Hi friends, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. So today I'm feeling incredibly lazy and I really don't feel like cooking and I don't really want to go out and I don't want cereal. And right today Mark is actually working a split shift with his job. So it's just Jack and I, and we both like Big Macs. Mark is not the biggest fan of Big Macs. And I was trying to think of what is the absolutely easiest way I could make, like, because I'm going to be making a Big Mac wrap. What would be the absolutely easy way for me to do this? So as I was working, I'm thinking to myself, I've got my pre-cooked frozen hamburger, freeze-dried hamburger, excuse me. Then I have like my dehydrated onions, so that's going to be like the onions that Big Mac has. And I don't like pickles on mine. Jack likes pickles on his, so he's just going to actually put relish on it, so I don't have to even cut up any onions or any pickles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you down here. Now this is like something that I don't know how well it's going to taste. We both opted not for fries because we're both not feeling the fries either. So this is an ultimate lazy person's meal today. So I'll bring you down here and show you what I'm going to be doing. So I have my freeze-dried hamburger, and like I said, if I did nothing more freeze drying, it would definitely be the onions, the hamburger, green peppers, and onions. So I'm going to go ahead and put some hot water in here from my sink. I do not measure how much water goes in here. I know some channels will and some people will, but what happens is I just put out the rest of the hamburger, you know, the water from this that's left over. Now as you can see, this is already, some of this is already reconstituted. I mean, the hamburger is so fast to reconstitute. So what I'm going to do is, I forgot to grab the pickles out. I'm going to go ahead and let this go. And then Jack's not too good at wrapping the shells, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I just have some, you know, Thousand Island dressing and stuff. Like I said, this is just going to be super simple, super fast, super lazy. And you can see like the hamburger is already back. I mean, the hamburger comes back so fast, and that's why I said if I did nothing else, hamburger is my go-to meat for sure for freeze drying, because it actually works so fast. So let me get the pickles out. I'll bring it back as soon as I'm making everything up. Alright, so like I said, the hamburger is all back. So what I'm going to be doing is putting some of the hamburger on here. And what we're going to do is actually warm this actually up inside the combi. So I put a little bit more hamburger than I would normally put. Then I have my dehydrated onions, and the girl loves her onions. I ask for extra onions on my hamburgers when I do eat at McDonald's. So yes, that's probably an excessive amount of hamburger or onions. And then I'm going to go, because I don't like pickles on my food, go ahead and put a little bit of Thousand Island. And then what I'm just going to do is start to roll this up. And I'm not a very good roller-upper either. I never worked at Taco Bell, so that just doesn't go. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to put mine over here in the left-hand corner because Jax is going to have pickles. And like I said, I don't like pickles on my food. I love pickles, just not on my food. And Jack's like, well, we're having Big Macs, but it's not a patty. And I'm like, yeah. Put a little bit of this for the next one here. I said, that works. Do you like a lot of sauce, Jack? A little bit of sauce? Medium sauce? A lot of sauce. And he's going to try to use up the rest of these pickles so we can just open up our new jar. So about half between both. And hopefully this tastes good. You know, we'll give you a little taste test at the end, seeing what we think of this. So I put more on his. I couldn't find my dressing, but I found it eventually there. Alright. And kind of put this on. Now I do know for a fact that's going to be a big mess. We're probably going to have to eat it with like a fork and knife, but if you have your wraps flopping in the combi, it's not a very good thing. That is going to just, it took even the pepperonis off Jack's Pizza today. They were just flying around. So go, oh, geez, oh Pete's.
Watch you forget now.
Cheese in all of them. We're gonna have to open those back up. Sorry guys, I'm just, yeah. It's been one of those days. Put a little bit of cheese on this one, Jack, for you. Wow. Can you tell I just got off work and I'm a little bit frazzled today? So I'll have to open up those other two and put cheese in there. My goodness gracious. And you just think that all these videos just turn out just so perfect. I'm sitting here staring at this big monster bag of cheese, and yet I'm not putting any cheese in there. Sometimes I worry about myself. Wow, that's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny. Alright, try this one more time. We'll unwrap his first one I made, which is going to be now a big mess. Let's throw a little bit of cheese in there and see if we can't salvage this a little bit. I'm sure mine's going to be messy too. Sometimes mess. Because that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it in a combi, so the cheese can melt a little bit. So let me wash off my hands a little bit here. Alright. And I will point you up towards, can't even keep the rags in my hand. I'm going to point you up towards the combi. And for those who have not used the combi previously, I'll show you a little bit of how that works. Your second one's really messy, Jack. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to bring this up one notch here because I'm going to be putting it on air fry. Excuse me. Now everything that you do on air fry is on this side. Everything you do on the combi side is here. I have my fan going because even on air fry, the steam will come out and it'll get all over my cabinets. I don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. I'm going to go ahead and turn this down to 350. That's where I like to cook my stuff. And I'm only going to probably be warming this up for, like, I don't even think it's going to be 5 minutes. Probably about 4 minutes. Go ahead and hit start. Now because this is not cooking on the combi, this automatically just starts like a regular air fryer. And pretty soon you'll see steam, well you won't see it, but steam will be coming through here. So if you have one of your own, and if you're thinking about getting one, that's what you see. So I'll bring you back and we'll do a little taste test for you. Okay, so I have Jack here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull mine off here. And I'll pull his two off. But I'm going to go ahead and let this cool because you guys know I'm not all about eating the super hot foods. And I certainly do not expect Jack to and burn his mouth up. Now this did brown, but you can tell that the shell got kind of hot. So I'm going to let that cool for just a couple seconds and then we'll go ahead and give you a taste test. Okay, this clearly was not as hot as I thought it was, so I don't have to wait. So we'll see if this tastes like Big Mac to us here.
Well, that's very good.
Does it taste like a Big Mac to you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot cheaper than making buying it at the McDonald's there. And of course, then you can put as little or as much as you want on anything. So I think I can see making these for lunch for myself because I don't have to, unthaw the hamburger or anything because I'm using freeze-dried hamburger. But I can see me making these because I do like Big Macs, even though, I'm cutting us all off here, even though I worked at McDonald's, it wasn't something I did get tired of Big Macs after a while, but this was pretty good. I think I'd have it. Would you make these yourself?
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty good.
Oh.
Dressing right there.
Sorry, people.
You got it? And so anyways, I think this is pretty good. So you'll have to let me know down below. Have you ever played around with any of the restaurant copycat type things like this? I know this is technically not a Big Mac. It's kind of a copycat, kinda. But I would definitely do this again. So let me know in the comments down below. And thank you very much for stopping by. Y'all have a very blessed and wonderful day.
Bye.